Welcome to Cryptid Technical. Please enjoy your stay. It's probably permanent. As you navigate the halls of our, home, our technicians will provide you guidance. Stay out of all the Wendigo's bedroom and don't accept directions from Greenie. And all these snacks are off limits. Enjoy.
Welcome back to Cryptid Technical. I am the beardless boy, not bitten wonder, CJ.
Yeah, thanks.
You sound like you're feeling better.
Yeah.
On the mic, we have the bearded legend.
More hair than needed, Andrew.
And over there, the forgettable, sometimes Ninja.
Yep, Ninja Chris. Here in the background.
Hiding in the shadows.
Yeah, usually.
So, Andrew, before we really kick things off, we got to know, how are you feeling?
So, I thought I had a lot of hair at first. I have more hair now.
I can't see the extra hair. Where? You know what?
It-
Don't tell me where it is.
Yeah.
How's the leg?
Healed, surprisingly.
That was quick.
Scars?
No.
You didn't even get a manly scar out of that?
No.
That was the, you know what? That was the most unmanly werewolf attack I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
It was the
hurt.
only werewolf
It
attack I've
hurt.
seen in my life.
You know what? Let's see you get bit by a thing.
I got stung by a bee once.
Did oh,
It was Beedrill. Its little stinger was like a
Yeah,
3-foot stinger.
all right. That totally equates to.
The Wendigo crop dusted me the other day.
I told her to
Why would you set me up?
because you let me get bit by a goddamn werewolf.
All right, so
Future Talon.
we asked people for suggestions on potential cures, and we received absolutely nothing. So we did a little research, and what we're going to talk about today might potentially help Andrew.
Maybe it's known for healing, at least.
Yep. And before we make Andrew feel better, we're going to make everybody else feel better and reveal today's truth or trash.
Okay, for those that follow us on the Twitters, Facebook group, did we throw it up there?
We put it up on Twitter, Discord, Facebook.
So those following our social media,
After for the next one, I think I might include Snapchat for that.
yeah, anyone following our social media saw that we put up a tweet that is going to be every Thursday, and then we'll try to cover them
Yeah,
every other. Yeah,
results for the poll: 75% of you said that it was truth. 25% said it was trash.
yeah.
Andrew,
Did you vote? Did you vote for your own self?
I
why
did.
why would I vote?
I voted.
No,
But I know the answer. You knew the answer.
Yeah, that's why I voted, because I wanted to be right.
Well, I already knew the answer to this before I looked it up to make sure. So
You looked it up.
after I voted,
You
I
guys,
knew what it
are
was.
disqualified from answering our own trivia questions.
I
Who
answered
said
it and then
that?
looked it up to see if I was right because I was curious.
Oh,
There was-
Jesus.
I've
there's
heard
no-
about it before.
You guys are disqualified.
Where? How? Explain.
Because this is our own event. You don't get to fucking answer it.
Yes, I do.
Andrew won his own giveaway. Hey!
Was there a giveaway? Hey, leave my squeaky ass toy alone. That keeps me.
You know, on a smaller scale, that kind of looks like the unicorn from Deadpool.
Fine, I've got this one.
So, Truth or Trash Thursday. It was during World War II. The Nazi Party tried any tactic to win, including mystic, religion, and the occult. One of these were the existence of werewolves, forming the SS werewolves. Truth or trash?
And once again, 75% said truth, 25% said trash.
Although the Nazi Party did form the SS werewolves, they were not werewolves. It is trash.
Bum, bum, bum.
Although Nazi werewolves would be crazy.
Would be fun if I added like a whap, whap, whap. sound effect.
Sure.
I think there was a movie called Nazi Werewolves from Space.
Yes, there was. Somebody actually posted that in our Facebook group.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think on the Helsing there was an actual Nazi werewolf.
Which I felt really, really stupid because I commented on his post and was like, this would be such a great B movie. And it was like, oh, it is.
Yeah, so that is the one from last week. This week we'll have a new one, and then we'll cover it.
Right. But anyway, so in an effort to cure Andrew's impending lycanthropy,
Maybe, I don't know. Those dog treats have been
we're
tasting
thinking about capturing Akkorokamui.
pretty good. I've been eating more dog treats lately.
Lore and mythology.
Anyway, Akkorokamui is a half human, half octopus, sort of a god. I mean, it was referred to as a kami in the Anui and Shinto mythologies, which would mean sort of like a god, if not deliberately a god. I'm not 100% in the definition of the word kami, but I know it's about that. What are you doing? You're playing with squeaky toys. Okay. Anyway,
It sounds like the shoes from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You know what? if you remember from last episode, a cure for werewolf is fire.
Oh. It's not.
Yo, you got mad drool in your beard now.
Yeah, that's what I do. Drooling. Don't
Rip,
stop it.
rip,
Get out of there.
He's afraid of fire. He's already turning.
rip.
Fire bad.
He's a
For
very
humans,
flammable
too.
person.
All right, so
Humans
Get the
don't like
beard, too.
fire either.
the reason we want to get a
like fire.
Akkorokamui involved with this is because it's rumored that has healing properties. Although
Pyro, get it out.
typically these healing properties apply to
This-
broken limbs and disfigurements. It's possible that we can get this thing to maybe help out your situation. We're going to talk about it, and
Hey.
then we're going to decide if it's worth it, because this thing is 110 meters long
Healing is as healing does.
and it's capable of swallowing ships in one bite.
And you said it was a part lady.
Well, part human, part octopus.
Oh.
Some of the stories have it listed as a lady. Other stories that I read had it listed as a dude. There was a YouTube video I watched on a channel called Officially Megan, which
officially
officially
I'm
Megan.
officially intrigued.
It was tolerable. It had good info, but she had a what do you call that? Kawaii attitude,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
like really K-pop-ish.
Hee
That's weird.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Anyway, but the info was solid. I would give her that. Her info was good. Akkorokamui has a really interesting backstory, which I'm going to tell very briefly, mostly because I can't remember the one guy's name.
Oh, the spider thing?
Well, hold on, we're getting there.
Spiders.
And I can't remember, I can't remember that thing's name or the god that turned it. Anyway, so the story goes that this half human, half spider, and the spider was black with red spots, showed up at this town and just started going ham, wrecking everyone's afternoon, maiming people, killing people. I can hear you sucking on that water bottle.
Licking water.
Stop licking water during story time with CJ here.
Look, I'm thirsty, and you don't have a bowl, so I'm trying to make do.
I didn't want a dog. Anyway,
I didn't want to be a werewolf either, and look at where we're at.
anyway, wow. So, half human, half spider, all black, red spots, rampages through this town. Just clapping cheeks everywhere it goes. the people go, they pray, they're like, "Oh God, somebody come help us! This is horrible." And this other god shows up, whose name I can't remember. And at the time, the half human, half spider had a name that I also cannot remember. It's culturally important. I couldn't pronounce it even when I tried to, so it's okay that I forgot it.
The part spider, part human, Yoshikipu?
Yoshikipu? We'll
Something
call
like
it. Okay. Well, I'll trust you. I'll trust you on that one.
Rampant
Yoshikipu.
destruction throughout the town,
Yeah.
slaughtering so many, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, they pray. Another god comes down. It's a sea god. Show-
Kamui.
That one. And they lure the spider, half human, half spider, down to the beach. Then this ocean sea god grabs it, yanks it into the water, and transforms it into a half human, half octopus. And now that god, that kami, now has control over the sea, and is now Akkorokamui. So that was its big punishment. Hey, you rampaged this town and killed a lot of people, so have dominion over the largest mass on the planet.
And healing factor.
And healing factor. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll talk about that now. So, Akkorokamui can selectively dismember itself if it feels like it,
What?
and heal itself and grow those limbs back.
I want to selectively dismember things.
Well,
Well-
it's not exactly a benevolent kami. It can help you. It can also really fuck your whole day up. Like I said, it has this habit of swallowing ships whole. Now, when Akkorokamui first became Akkorokamui, it didn't really have much in the way of special abilities except for that healing factor. Now it has a toxic factor because it went and it swallowed this whole ship whole, right? And to save the sailors from inside of it, another person poisoned it. And instead of the toxins poisoning and killing Akkorokamui, it what's the word I'm looking for? Assimilated.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
It assimilated the toxins, and now it's also a poisonous half octopus, half human. Well, not poison. I guess would that be venomous or poisonous?
Poison.
Oh, well, it doesn't use fangs. It doesn't inject you with it. So venom implies injection.
Yeah.
Does it
So-
spit or squirt like the ink?
It's like the ink.
The ink? It's in the ink?
Yeah, I guess it's poison because you have to ingest it or absorb it through your skin. So it's poison.
Yeah.
So yeah, this thing is poisonous.
Well, you can have mist, right? Poison mist.
Well, you wouldn't really be doing that because it's in the water.
What if it decides to breach and shoot mist up in the air?
It would be upside down. It would be weird. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really mist because you ever seen like a squid or an octopus shoot its ink?
Yeah.
It's like a little squirt gun.
Yeah.
It really wouldn't be a mist.
Well,
Well, if
underwater.
it's splashing around at the top of the water, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't need to splash around because it's attacking ships.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Akkorokamui is also like a really bright red color, like the same color as the interface we're here using. It's like a very scarlet red, which I thought was very interesting because while the spider form had red spots, it was
Mhm.
mostly black. We completely lost the black in favor of the red for this.
And red is very like high on the spectrum of being able to see, right?
Well, I mean,
The,
It-
the-
that part of the color makes sense to me because after you get down a certain depth in the ocean, you're not able to see red.
oh,
So effectively, it would go somewhat invisible.
No, it just gets darker. It doesn't really go
Well, yeah, like it
invisible.
would be really dark, but like light doesn't really get down that far to begin with. So if
Mm.
we're eliminating the color that it would normally reflect, once you get down to a depth, basically invisible.
When I went on a submarine in Hawaii, I was wearing a red shirt, kind of about the color you're wearing right now. We got down to that point, it's a little over 100 feet. I think it was 120 feet is when the red starts to dim out, and mine just looked like I had ash all over it. It was getting darker. It was kind of almost black.
Well, right. That-
And the guy pulled out a flashlight and he's like, "See, red, not red, not." He was
Well,
looking
yeah,
at the
that's
exit sign.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, but like the light's not penetrating down that far,
Mhm.
so red would render you invisible at certain depths. You just wouldn't be able to see it at all. There would be nothing to reflect any sort of light then. You know, if it's fading at 120, you go down 300 feet, where to go? It's gone.
Oh, with all the other light.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I'm just saying it makes sense to me. Because this thing dwells deep, typically. So apparently, you can make offerings to it.
Most kami usually go for offerings.
What did we bring?
You offer prayers to it, sir. Prayers.
I'm screwed. Guess I gotta get used to being a werewolf.
Yeah, it gets offered prayers during a purification ritual, and part of those prayers offer.
Oh man, I gotta take a bath.
Yes. Gotta look pretty for the cryptid.
You also give it offerings of fish, crabs, mollusks, anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they count the other type of crabs?
If you're giving things that kind of crabs, we need to have a conversation about our living situation.
Okay.
I would imagine that's not the type of crabs they want.
We're gonna need to
and
go to
we'll get
HR
more
and schedule
angry.
you for another physical.
No, then she'll know. Then she'll know.
She already knows. She knows everything that goes on around here. She runs our lives short of the fucking aliens.
Short aliens. We had tall aliens.
I said short of the aliens.
Yeah, well,
Short of the Greys, who constantly are putting stuff in our butts.
not anymore.
Yours.
That Wendigo runs our lives. You know, the other day,
Yeah, she's dreamy.
I tried to trade her. I tried to escape. I hit up Olivia from Oz 9. And I was like, yo, send the 9, pick me up. I got a better chance of survival. She was like, no, we don't want the changeling. And I was like, I'll trade you a Wendigo. It sort of worked. She picked somebody up, missed me altogether. Wendigo's still here.
You know, I haven't seen Greenie in a bit. Did you trade Greenie?
No,
Is there Bitlo still around?
I'm pretty sure they didn't even get here. They went somewhere completely different.
All right.
If you guys are wondering what we're talking about, look up the show Oz 9 and listen to that. It's fantastic. Anyways, but I mean that's pretty much it when it comes to Akkorokamui. Half human, half octopus, bright red. It's just a computer fan. Toxic. Can swallow ships in one bite. Can heal people if prayed to and provided the right offerings.
Just trying to set the smoke on fire.
Don't.
You're a pyro. Stop it.
Anyways, that's what I've got. So we will move to
Hidden in plain sight.
I don't know if I'm for this because I can't talk and squeak at the same time.
we'd also need to file the proper paperwork to get some funding so that we can buy the stuff to make the offerings.
How much do prayers cross?
Well, yeah,
How much do payers cross?
the prayers are free, the offerings are not.
Oh, the crab and everything.
Yeah.
Ninja, go catch some stuff.
I already have the crab up in my room.
Ninja's got crabs.
Yeah.
You know those crabs that are about the size of a dinner plate and their legs are like 3 feet long? They're delicious.
Would a giant octopus eat octopus?
They eat mostly fish.
We could ask.
So octopuses are a very good source of iron, calcium, potassium. They have omega-3, vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin B. They sound delicious.
They sound like an antidepressant.
Well, maybe you gotta eat one. But in real life, there are what's called giant life octopus, which are in like the what sea is that? Well, they're giant. They're red as the color, and they're in like the Japan seas or whatever. So I could see, like maybe a fisherman catching the eye of this thing, but not it being the size of being able to take out a boat.
That's the thing I forgot to talk about was where you find Akkorokamui.
Oh yeah, well
You find Akkorokamui in the Funka Bay in Hokkaido, Japan.
yeah,
So this makes sense.
that they found like a baby version of it, and they're like, clearly this is the baby. You know how
Is it breeding?
it's
That's a problem.
yeah. I mean, like if it can suck a whole ship down, I'm sure it can
What is-
suck other things.
So octopuses, octopi,
yeah,
the males will remove one of their limbs. That's actually their penis and hand it to the female to mate. So if we've established that a Akkorokamui can remove its own limbs and heal,
yeah.
why would it be removing its own limbs? Maybe it's cutting its dick off and handing
Yeah.
it off to breed.
That's another term for a hand job, right? I'm,
Womp,
ha-
womp,
I'm
womp.
handing you the job. Squeaky.
Oh, you're handing him the job? Okay.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of movies that have giant octopuses in.
It's octopi, sir.
Octopi.
Octopi.
Octopises. So there is the monster from the ocean floor, which, surprise, surprise, the monster
It's
is...
a porno.
Well, no. Pussy Galore. Pussy Galore is one of the Bond persons.
Holy shit,
Yes.
there is a James Bond one
Told you.
octopussy.
I told you it was real.
Yeah.
There you go. So it has been confirmed.
Ooh,
It is a long time ago.
it's also a porno.
What's
1983 film.
who was the James Bond for that one?
Looked like Pierce Brosnan, actually.
No, this is way too long.
Well, I saw a drawn picture. And I don't know that many James Bonds. I know.
Sean Connery, Pierce
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Okay, he's a classic. I enjoy him. He was in a voodoo one, I think.
I bet he's old enough to be considered a classic at this point.
Wasn't he in the voodoo one? Or is he he's not the one-off guy. There was like a one-off guy.
So there's a porno and a James Bond movie that share a title.
Yeah. Hold on, Bo.
Awkward.
Let me
I'm going to probably delete all of that.
No, keep it. I'm gonna mention it multiple times during this thing if you don't keep it. Pearl of the South Pacific, Bride of the Monster, the Octopus, which is a B movie that beyond all B movies. Look it up. It's SH exclamation point, the Octopus. King Kong versus Godzilla. King Kong actually beats the crap out of a giant octopus on his island. Yeah, he's just like, whatever. The
So,
octopus
They're about to release King Kong versus Godzilla.
again?
They're
Yeah,
redoing-
they've
they're
been remaking everything. Dude.
remaking.
Fair enough.
They started with King Kong, then the latest Godzilla, 2 Godzilla movies, I think. Or
Yeah,
just the
King of
latest one.
Monsters or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Actually, King Kong ate a giant squid in his movie,
Yeah, squid.
and then
That's the problem with the squid and octopuses. They're so like interchangeable between the giants, but they're I'm not gonna do any giant squids because they're two different species. Like one, they look different. But they both have tentacles. That's yeah. All right. So then you have the Rift. You have War of the Gargantuans, Deep Rising, a movie that this boy over here doesn't like, The Fellowship of the Rings. They're
That's because it's bad.
right when they get to,
I don't like the book either.
they get to the mines.
Fuck
and
Lord of the Rings.
They're in the swamp. You got a swamp boy. You got a swamp octopus.
Lord of the Rings has swampy ass.
Yeah, it does. And they get attacked by the swamp octopus because he's all like, yo, why are you trying to go into that hole there? You
And
gotta
I'm-
speak friend and enter.
Unfortunately, they didn't get clapped.
They don't clap.
yeah.
Mystery Island, Voyage of the Bottom of the Sea, The Beast, The Lost Continent, The Meg, which was the Megalodon.
I haven't
Jason
seen that
Statham.
yet. I haven't seen Meg yet.
Yeah.
And I heard it was really, really good. And then I heard it was really, really bad. And it was like 50-50.
Yeah, it's like a B movie.
Yeah, I say it was decent. It wasn't anything to be like, yeah, this is an awesome movie. the best person in there was the little girl. She had
Yes.
all the best lines in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told, and I also heard the new Sonic the Hedgehog sucks.
No, false.
It's not bad.
It's good.
Okay.
Because in the very opening scene, there's a guy he's like, I don't know what that blue blur was. I think it was Sonic, and it shows like the Sonic picture of the guy with the ring.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they definitely went into.
I was told Jim Carrey was not on his A game for that movie.
Well, he was trying to act as the doctor. A doctor is hard.
Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought he was going to carry that whole movie, and it was decent by
Yeah.
itself. Jim Carrey was really good in it, though.
Yeah. The Meg, even though it's about megalodons, it does. You do have to have some type of food source, and the megalodons eat these giant squid boys.
Mhm.
Okay.
The giant squid attacks one of the submarines that go down as well. You have a monster from the ocean floor, the wake of the Red Witch, because of red and the witchy thing. Yeah.
You know, we go through all of this different stuff every single episode where we
Yeah.
can find these creatures like in pop culture, like in everyday things that we would watch or games we would play or books we would read. Guys, I really want to know, do any of you follow through on these things and actually go and watch these movies and video games? Write us at cryptotechnical@gmail.com. Let us know if you guys actually maybe oh, I heard about this movie from Cryptotechnical. I'm gonna check that out and see if the Wendigo or whatever
Yeah.
is actually there. We want to know.
Speaking of which, the Wendigo movie will be coming out this year,
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'm excited.
called Antlers. Definitely check it out if you can. If you're into horror movies. Continuing on, after the wake of the Red Witch, you have a movie from 2000 called Octopus. Another one called Tentacles. The Reap the Wild West. It Came from Beneath the Sea. Sci-fi classic. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
I've heard of that one.
Do we have anything where Akkorokamui appears as Akkorokamui?
It
Or
might
maybe
be,
or maybe just something, or is it all just inspired by?
Disney.
I was gonna say Little Mermaid was the one that I was gonna lean to with Ursula.
Oh yeah.
Ursula is definitely, even though she's purple,
She's definitely Akkorokamui.
she's definitely humanized Squid Boy.
But Sea Witch. Actually, I heard
Sea
Ursula
Witch,
was
yeah.
actually inspired by something else that's actually in
Oh, it might be.
mythology.
We'll have to.
Ninja, hit Google. Ask it what Ursula was inspired by. But that's a really good example of what we could look at and be like, oh yeah, that could be Akkorokamui.
Yeah. I think Wake of the Red Witch might be the closest thing to. You had Tentacles. Then there was another one called Dangerous When Wet, which they battle a giant octopus in it. I think that's an animated one.
You know, there's another goddess out there. I believe it's Greek, but it's on land. But it's really similar, like a Scylla.
No.
You don't think so?
Scylla is in a cave. So Scylla was in a cave system that was right next to a giant maelstrom. And there was a creature in the bottom of the maelstrom, and then there was the caves that Scylla lived in. And the problem was they were right next to each other, and there was a very small path, and most sailors would either fall into the caves or go into the maelstrom.
But Scylla and this thing weren't one and the same creature.
Scylla has tentacles, but the tentacles are wolf heads.
Right. I didn't say they were clones, but they're very similar.
Oh, I guess like a witch with tentacles in that sense, but
Yeah, half human, half whatever's on the bottom.
yeah, it's octopus and wolf.
This is not an answer I was actually expecting. But the famously evil sea witch Ursula who preys on the sweet and unassuming Ariel was actually based on another famous character, the drag queen Divine. Real name Harris Glenn Milstead, who burst into the limelight in the early 70s.
Okay. But
So
the actual
they're-
animation that could have totally been Akkorokamui then.
Yes. The last one I left out, or didn't leave out, but the classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh yeah, because the Nautilus definitely fights a giant squid.
Yep.
I mean, it's not really an octopus, but
No, it's a giant octopus.
it is an octopus. I
Yeah,
thought it was a squid that it fought.
I thought it 100%. I thought it was an octopus.
Oh, I'm thinking of the whale.
Yeah.
There was a thing where a whale fought a giant octopus.
Yeah, it eats it. Yeah.
giant squid.
So games, moving into that, you have Ark Survival. There are giant squids in the water boys.
Tusos.
Yeah. You have Lost Islands of Trophies, Earthfall. Even though it's kind of weird, it's a weird ass game. Death Stranding has some handy.
I haven't played that. I heard it was decent.
It's weird. It's interesting. Just you have to get past the opening to.
I heard somebody actually went around and found a way to grief the game, which pissed everybody off. Because they would actually put they would park cars in random places, and people would actually have to blow them up because they couldn't remove cars that other players leave, and they actually had to patch that so that if they wanted to go to a different, if they wanted to get to a mission,
Yeah,
they'd have to blow up the car first and move it.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2, there was an Easter egg. City of Heroes, one of the things that you had to battle was a giant squid. And Tomb Raider Underworld, there was a squid
That doesn't
boy.
surprise me.
Yeah. Magic the Gathering, there are tons of squids.
Yeah, I think I have one actually.
Or not
I'd have
squids.
to
What am I
check.
saying? Octopuses. There's
Yeah.
tons of. See, like even I'm messing up. All these things are octopuses. No squids. Period. Anti-squids.
Mhm.
D&D, you have octopuses. I don't know if there might be like a little octopus that you can have as a pet, but I know giant octopuses are kind of like a boss battle. They are like statted for you that you would be able to.
Actually, I saw a really good D&D joke that actually has to deal with the octopus. It was a druid build, so you can transform into different animals, and the one person decided to do. I mean, I don't think it was a playable character; it was just a concept that I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But it was called the Gloctopus, and it wielded 8 Glocks. It was pretty funny. But also, I have a question. I don't know if you said it while I was looking up Ursula. They actually think to this sounds like something that would be in the movie Sinbad in one of the stories. Did you find?
Sinbad? No, there might have been an
'Cause
octopus.
he fought so many things
Yeah,
on
I
his
don't-
ship.
But like his was more because we talked about that with the Rock episode, where he versed Rock the Jane. Or I was gonna make a joke about Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but it messed up. He battled that thing, and then
Yeah.
he went to an island. I think he had mermaids too that he dealt
Mhm.
with, but like, so I don't think I think he dealt with mermaids and such, but I don't think he ever dealt with.
Yeah,
It might have been like a giant squid or something.
I feel
didn't-
like it's something that would happen to him.
yeah.
I could
didn't-
ask my mother. She loved Sinbad in the back of the day.
Yeah. The board games I saw, which were interesting, that involved the giant octopuses, was one called Octopus Gardens and Night of the Grand Octopus.
Wasn't that a song too?
It might be, to be honest. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's general big boys in that. Like octopuses were used in like just that general like I'm gonna come get you big boss type deal, and like most movies where it's like, oh, we need something from the sea, and like something that's logical. So like a great one would be the Kraken or a squid or a giant octopus. Like that's always like the go-to for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go into giving these bad boy
Did we talk about
Sataronis.
before we do stats? Did we talk about at all relatable animals?
I did.
Okay.
That was the first thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Never
When I
mind.
said there was a giant octopuses
I'm.
in the thingy.
You're right. You're right. But I'm used to doing it at the back end of that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to man our social media accounts, these new ones that we have, which we'll talk about later. Anyway,
Let's go for some stats.
Oh.
Who got him that chew toy?
he did. He put in a
Oh.
request form.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the receptionist.
No. He got it on commissary.
Interesting.
You do the stats. I'm busy.
I don't want to do the stats. You do the stats.
I'm doing the stats? Okay. So,
Strength.
this thing can swallow a ship whole.
It's 110 meters long.
Yeah, it definitely has strength. I wouldn't put this at a. This is definitely not a 10, but our usual stats for something that big would be. I guess it would be an 8. Is no one agreeing with me?
Hey. It's the ninja show now.
Apparently, I usually talk about it. Okay,
8. What are you smoking? You son of a-
good shit.
Yeah, no. 8's way too high.
Dude,
I know.
what are you talking about? It's 110 meters long. That's 330 feet of octopus.
Yeah. 8.
So you don't agree with an 8, Andrew?
I mean, it can swat
7
through a ship with no problem.
7, high 7. 8's a little.
Well, maybe you should take the stats back over.
No, I'm busy chew toy.
All
All right,
so-
fine. 7, high 7, 7.8. There's your 8.
Okay.
Agility in the water. It's a big boy. I'm gonna give it a 6. Charisma. It looks ugly, but it can give you 7 high 5s.
In some pictures, it was very well endowed.
7 high 5s. That's
Okay.
all. That's all I care about.
Do you really want the 8th one?
Yeah. The 8th one is
The weenie.
to hold it.
If anyone's wondering how to identify octopus weenie, it's the tentacle that is slightly shorter than the rest of them.
Now, if you want me to actually break your childhood, just think
Don't you bring up Finding Nemo.
Why not?
Because that's fucked up.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. What did you go? Dexterity? I said dexterity. I did
Okay.
strength. We did. Did this thing have mystical powers?
You didn't do dexterity.
Yeah, I did. I said 6.
That was agility.
That's dexterity.
Okay.
I messed up the terminology.
Octopi are very dexterous.
Yeah.
They can open jars and crap and solve simple puzzles.
Son of a bitch. What? Hold on, but what was the speed stat then?
You gave it a 6 for speed.
No,
You were like, it's a pretty-
So it's strength, dexterity, charisma, and I thought dexterity was the speed.
Are you on speed?
Look, I got bit by a freaking werewolf. Leave me alone. What are the stats I need to do?
All right, we did strength,
Strength.
agility.
Agility. Isn't agility dexterity?
Okay,
Isn't it? Is it? Is it not?
let's start
Is
over
it-
and I'll cut the whole thing.
No, it's cool. No, we're leaving it in. Squeak toy all. Strength. Agility.
Let's go to intelligence.
Intelligence. Ooh, intelligence. That's the one we forgot.
Yeah.
This thing is pretty smart. Smart boy. I'm gonna give it.
Octopi are notoriously smart to begin with.
I'm gonna give it a 6 because it's not like overly smart, and its supernatural power would be poison. It's poisonous
I mean,
and
Hold on, to-
regeneration.
I would go with regeneration as being a superpower to a point, but octopi do regenerate lost tentacles. They don't possess the ability to heal humans' disfigurements.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that would be it. But, like, poison among the animal kingdom, especially in the form of a releasable toxin,
yeah,
not uncommon.
yeah.
I wouldn't classify that as supernatural.
No.
All right, but like the way it got it, I can't go and
I mean, that's not
injecting your.
that's not supernatural either. Poison dart frogs obtain their poison from eating an insect. Something they're eating actually allows them to excrete this poison through their skin. And then there's an animal, which I forget what it is, but it gets its poison from eating those frogs and assimilating their poison.
I think I'm gonna turn into something pork related from eating all this bologna out of your mouth.
It's not baloney. It's legit. So these things aren't supernatural either. Like, there are existing animals in the animal kingdom that assimilate toxins from other things and use them for their own.
All right. We'll believe it, right, Ninja? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. 100%.
I do like biology, so I actually do agree with him.
All right. So, what is the so regeneration, pure regeneration, giving other things regeneration or healing, a two banger, supernatural agility. We'll give it dexterity. I'm going to go it up to 8, 7.8. Speed or whatever is a 7. This is dexterity. Strength was 7.8. Charm, because the high fives. I'm definitely giving a nice strong
The extra
6.
charisma?
Yes, I'll give it a 6 for that.
It's a snake. There's a snake that eats the poison dart frogs, and then it itself becomes poisonous.
We were already on the next subject.
I don't care. I looked it up because it was bothering me. I knew the animal existed, and you called bullshit on me. It's like sitting at work.
Yeah.
Every time I open my mouth, someone's telling me I'm full of shit, and then I open up Google, and I'm like, suck it, bitch.
And then you
I don't say suck it, bitch, at my job. I'd get fired, but...
Yeah, it's true. I do, though.
Oh, there are higher-ups at our job that listen to this show.
Suck it, bitch.
Damn!
I'm just joking. There's no...
Toxic.
There's no you can person that listens to the show, I don't think.
Yes, there is.
That I would say that to.
Oh. No.
No. Yeah.
The one higher up that I know listens to this show is actually pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah. So like I don't got a problem with that. I got a problem with this squeaky toy not being in my mouth.
Hey.
Making me say all these numbers and shit. Ninja.
And that's how you manipulate somebody into doing their job.
You know,
So did we transition already?
manipulate your face to
I'm gonna manipulate your nipples.
Don't you dare. Those are for the ladies and Wendigos. We said this is done. I don't want to lose another day out. That sounded like a...
That was the chair.
That was the
all
chair.
I promise you that was the
all
chair.
All right. What we said we were done. Don't make me start a war.
You like the footsies.
You know what? War started. Ninja.
Attention! Combat training.
All right, so on to the combat. How are we actually gonna fight this thing? Or are we gonna capture it, or are we just gonna fight it?
I'm gonna take his guns away, and then I'm gonna poke him in the crap with my broom armor and werewolf powers.
I got some deep sea rods in the garage.
I was talking about CJ.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
All right, so already he has broom armor and you don't, so that's a little bit of higher dexterity than you.
We're not talking about fighting CJ, first of all.
And currently you don't have your gun, so you're at equal.
Yeah, but I'll use that metal chair you're sitting on.
You have to get over this desk and around to these umbrellas. And
Have you seen an anime called Naruto? Have you seen Choji's special move?
Eating
one?
pills.
I'll eat that food pill, and I will roll around this whole room.
chili pepper pill.
I got chili pepper jerky right here.
He does.
Substitute.
He's got a buff.
Oh.
How are you countering?
Oh no, his face is gonna turn red.
I will unleash my normal superpower.
Of your butthole. Continue on, please.
So you just
My nose cannot take it. It's been
CJ also has noxious fumes.
extra strong.
Yeah. So you didn't answer my question. Are we capturing this or just going to beat it?
It's always death.
Always death? All right. So, I mean, we can go the Little Mermaid route and crash a ship into it and impale it. But she eats ships whole, which Ursula did not. So,
She got a hold of that ship.
oh, she
Get
did.
it? Yeah, got a hole in her from the ship. Get it?
Damn.
Ship hole.
Toxic.
We can go with some nice deep sea fishing. We'll hang a giant fish over on a fish hook, see if she bites, or he, depending on which one. We already found out it was breeding, so. All right, so we can go with going with the vessel for as a lure. She'll attack the ship, and then probably tactical nuke it from space. I don't know.
Tactical nuke.
We just got to bring it up towards the surface, look at it, press button.
Yo, my man, you all mac on me for wanting to shoot all these things. My man's just said, "We go get a tactical nuke. We go fuck its whole world up."
We're gonna get ion beam. Or what's that?
Well, job done.
What's that thing that they have where they drop a rod of titanium or whatever?
Oh, the hell was that called?
Titanium rods?
They're tungsten, actually.
Tungsten, sorry. Tungsten rod. That's like equivalent to like
It's
3
the-
atom bombs or something. Or
Well,
something
it's
crazy.
currently tungsten is a very heavy material.
Yeah.
So for a free fall terminal velocity, it does a lot of damage. Not as much as you would think from movies, but it will definitely hurt for a city.
Well, no, I'm talking about doing that on the octopus.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta. The only problem with that is the aim,
Oh, yeah.
because you're just dropping and you're using terminal velocity. There's still the rotation of the Earth you have to consider, as well as wind gusts, and
I guess the same with missiles, though, right?
missiles have guidance systems. They can hit their mark at a freaking pin drop.
True. You can't guidance a rod.
Yeah, so I mean, if you wanted to go with the tungsten sliver, that's not a dependable way of hitting something. If your target's a city, yeah, you'd be fine. But if you're trying to hit something like that where it can move around, it's a pain in the butt. And that's a lot more math than I'm willing to do. I mean, trying to capture this is, or even just kill it, like, you need something large, you need explosives. Depth charges will help bring it up. But there's going to be a lot of explosives. Or a railgun.
I'm in favor of a railgun.
There's not many, actually. I think there's only 1 or 2 vessels that actually have a railgun. And it has to be, like, super calibrated.
Hey, man, I don't know how. I mean, I know how a railgun functions, but I don't know about practicality or if they're even in use.
Not officially. It's being developed. I mean, it's on... There's, I think, 1 on a warship, but it takes so much. Like, just the recoil on it with being on the ship is an issue.
Damn. So, you guys think it's real? Oh, wait, would you fight it?
If I need to get the cure, hell yeah. Gonna fight the crap out of that thing.
I'm gonna go with.
Gonna bite it and gnaw it and
I wonder if it would be good, like a little soy sauce.
hell. Look, I told you the benefits of this thing. It's probably got the same thing as like other ones, like that omega-3, vitamin C, BA,
They are very healthy, but
iron, calcium, and some like freaking dog teeth in it.
I'm not exactly a fan of octopus or squid, so I wouldn't need it.
I'm not trying to fight a 330-foot long octopus, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite the crap out of it.
I'll fight it. That's a hell of a lot of sushi I can sell.
Just
Just imagine.
chewing on it.
Just imagine those tentacles. Per pound, how much an octopus would cost. You know how much money that
Put
would
it-
bring in.
Pound of it in my mouth.
Most of it would probably spoil before you sold it.
Keep it on ice.
That's a nice thing about it. You keep on ripping a piece off and it regenerates.
Do you guys think it's real? Do you guys think a big spider person ransacked a village and then got baited to the ocean where a sea god ripped it into the water and turned it into an octopus person? And then somebody else tried to poison it and made it poisonous? I think that's the most believable part of that story. Is someone was like, I'm going to try to poison this thing, and then its animal biology took over and it assimilated the poison. That's the most believable part.
And then face palm, like, damn, it didn't work.
I mean, I'm usually the guy who's like, yeah, these things are real. This one, no.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Nope. There's no half octopus, half person
I'm gonna have
eating
to
boats.
say no. Oh. Oh.
Is it a full moon out?
No. Along with his lycanthropy, he's suffering from an acute case of hypochondria.
That might be a thing. We gotta get him something a little more quiet.
Do you believe it's real?
No.
This is the first time in a long time we've all been on the same page. Not that it hasn't happened before. But it's
Probably a couple of times.
It's been a while, though, since we've all been like, yeah, this is bullshit. Anyways,
I'm pretty sure Cassie would tell us how many times we actually agreed.
She does keep our stats pretty strong.
She does.
I'm pretty sure she's got all our rookie cards. Cassie, if you have our rookie cards, we'll sign them for you.
Okay, there we go. We'd have to make ourselves like I would say like a magic card. That'd be cool.
Guys, check out our Twitter at Barrenland Stew. We just uploaded a hot foods challenge again. You can email us at cryptidtechnical@gmail.com. Send us stories, send us pictures, send us anything. We'll reply. Also, if we are interested in filling a 10 to 15 minute block per beginning of each episode with if you've seen a cryptid, if you got a story, you have an experience, let us know. We're looking to fill those gaps. Not gaps, but like a block right in the beginning of each episode. And we'd like to bring you onto the show to tell your story. If you're interested in doing that, again, email us at cryptidtechnical@gmail.com. Reach out to us on Twitter at Barrenland2. Hit us up on the Catch Junkie Discord server. We have our own chat. We also now have Snapchat and Instagram. And Facebook. We've had Facebook. Hit us up on Facebook. The Snapchat is Cryptid Technica because we had too many letters in Cryptid Technical and it wouldn't let us do it. And Instagram is Cryptid_technical. You want me to steal third? Like, what do you hand signal?
I'm getting my sword.
Gmail.
I did Gmail already.
Drool everywhere.
I did Gmail. They know about our Gmail. Your lycanthropy's going to your brain. Okay. We need to figure out how to keep this. We got to revise.
Peace.